Right now, we are following breaking news out of both Denver and Aurora. We have crews right now at the scenes of enforcement actions at apartments in both cities. The two are only about a 15-minute drive from each other. Thanks for being with us. I'm Jordan Chavez.
And I'm Corey Rose. This morning, we have team coverage. 90's reporter Brianna Fernandez is in Aurora, but we begin with an active team in Denver and our Jennifer Meckles. Jennifer, there are people out there protesting this.
There are, Corey, Jordan. I'm actually at Leetsdale and Oneida, kind of southeast Denver area. The apartment complex in question is the Cedar Run Apartments. It's a large apartment complex. The entire perimeter right now is blocked off as we see federal action happening here. I'm told this is Homeland Security that is leading this. You'll see a lot of ICE on people's badges or on their coats standing in and around this area. We'll also see quite a bit with the logo FBI on it. The FBI tells me they're here in a support fashion, that they're not leading this. We've got a lot of folks coming here, to your point, that are protesting this action out here today. In fact, as you kind of like look down that direction, there are a lot of folks that are gathered. They're using microphones, trying to give instructions to folks. Hey, don't open your doors. Don't open your doors. Also down that way, I want to draw your attention. Very far back there, you see that white bus. There was a lot of questions about a bus that was brought into this apartment complex. I don't know how many. I can just tell you what I see. I see that one. Some folks that are standing out here watching this federal action have said they've seen only a small number of people loaded into it. I have not seen that with my own eyes, so we do not have any numbers to offer you guys at this hour. But yeah, a lot of folks out here protesting. They're yelling at the agents. They're concerned about children that may live in this apartment. I'm told that there is a representative from Denver Public Schools that is out here. I've not spoken to them myself, but a lot of folks are kind of worried about, like, you know, it's a morning on a weekday. Like, kids are going to school. What kind of an interruption might this be just to the community that lives in and around this area? We're seeing a lot of this as well. Draw your attention across the street behind this vehicle right here. There is a tactical vehicle. There's been a couple that have entered in and out of the complex. It's a really strange situation, guys, because it's like a big show of force, but I'm not seeing anything really happening. I haven't watched anybody get detained or arrested. We're just seeing kind of the agents moving into the complex, and then now inside of this is where a lot of these people are. So a lot of questions, right? We don't really know what to tell you yet about the results of whatever this action is, but certainly we'll be watching and talking to people that are out here throughout the day. Now I want to send it to my colleague, Brianna Fernandez, who is on another federal action. This one's in Aurora. She's at 12th and Dallas. Much different scale of that scene. Brianna?
Yeah, Jenny, very different than what you're seeing on your end. Actually, I'm going to have my photographer, Joe Swanson, just give you a look of what we're seeing at 12th and Dallas here at the Edge at Lowry Apartments. You can see we're not seeing those buses. We're not seeing those federal agents. We're not seeing marked and unmarked vehicles. That is completely gone. So I do want you to see some video that I actually was sent by some folks who were here early this morning before the sun even came up around 6:15. So this was sent to me. They said around 6:15 this morning, this area was filled with officials, with marked, unmarked vehicles, ICE, DEA, FBI, all in uniform with a vest. In one of those videos, you can actually see it says HSI agent, Homeland Security Investigations. So federal agents, they blocked off the intersection of Edge at Lowry Apartments. So this is 12th and Dallas. This is a very, very talked about apartment complex. Now, according to residents that I spoke to, they said officials went to each building, they knocked on doors, and it was pretty quick, you guys. So 6:15 is when they arrived. By 6:30, 6:45, this area was gone because we arrived around 6:50, just before 7, and we weren't seeing what folks here were seeing at Edge at Lowry. So there's a person I spoke to. He said he has proper documentation, but he was even afraid to open his door. He heard loud bangs all morning around 6:15. So this is the same apartment complex that we've talked about. They're owned by CBZ Management, where we know a number of suspected TDA members have been arrested. And after months of safety concerns, the city of Aurora is actually closing these 5 buildings that remain. So city officials say tenants must leave by 8 a.m. February 18th. That is less than 2 weeks. Now back out here live, you can see very different than what Jenny Meckles is seeing on her end. We are not seeing those federal agents out here anymore. We don't know if anyone was detained. Now, from the folks that I've spoken to here that have been coming in and out of the Edge at Lowry Apartments, they said that they did not want to come out of their apartments once they heard those knocks. But again, they saw those federal agents bright and early this morning before the sun came up. They were woken up by these loud bangs, but again, still a lot of questions. We're working to find out more information to see if anyone was detained, if anyone was taken in those buses that Jenny Meckles has been seeing on her end. We're not seeing that out here. It's very quiet, very different story than what we're seeing out here in Aurora. For now, I'm live here in Aurora. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
All right, clearly a lot going on this morning. This is a story we're going to keep our eyes very closely on. A big thank you to our Brianna Fernandez and our Jennifer Meckles.